Good afternoon. My name is Theresa McGowan and I'm the principal intern here at Hillside High School. Today's purpose of the video, you have an opportunity to hear a little bit about how we're going to improve attendance here at Hillside High School. This morning I'll be meeting with the strategic team and interview some of their faculty that sit on the strategic team. That particular team discusses the attendance issues or any other types of incidences that occur with students. So you'll meet them briefly this morning. We will also have an opportunity to meet with Dr. Logan, the principal here at Hillside High School, along with maybe some other students that also participate here at the school. So guys, thank you so much for meeting with me this morning. What I want to do is talk a little bit about the school improvement plan and address some of the attendance issues that you currently have at Hillside. So before we get started, I would like for you to introduce yourself and tell us your role.
I'm Janice Austin and I'm the registrar here.
Okay.
Bernie Lassiter, record specialist, attendance.
Jesse Austin, data manager.
Okay. So what I want to do is look at the first strategy that's indicated on the school improvement plan is that all teachers will be trained on how to input their daily attendance into NCYs. Do you think that's currently happening right now on a consistent basis?
As far as being trained, yes, they've been trained to enter their attendance. They are to input attendance for within the first 15 minutes of class.
Okay, a consistent basis on a day-to-day basis. And the reason why I'm asking is because I noticed here the action step would be if they did not do that they would have to attend in a mandatory Friday afternoon session would be required of them as an action step if they did not do that.
I would say the majority of them are pretty consistent.
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but
that's like anybody.
It's gotten better. I think the problem comes in when they are out and we have a sub and they put in it. They take attendance, and sometimes that's not good.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for speaking with me about this today. What I'm going to do is provide some of this feedback back to Dr. Logan, let him know that we could possibly do a PLC with the staff, and maybe even conduct a survey with some community stakeholders or parents to find out their input too on how we can alleviate some of the attendance issues that we have currently at Hillside, and maybe even conduct a survey with some community stakeholders or parents to find out their input too on how we can alleviate some of the attendance issues that we have currently at Hillside. Do y'all agree? And then we can schedule time to meet back as a group and talk about it and follow back up, okay? All right, thank you so much. Good morning, Miss Williams. This is Theresa McGowan calling from Hillside High School. How are you this morning? Good. Listen, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you about the attendance survey that we sent to your home. Yes, ma'am. And I know you're an active member with the PTA here at the school. Yes. So what I'm going to do is just ask you a series of questions in regards to the attendance issues here at Hillside, and you just provide me with your feedback, and I'll write that or record the information down as your response. Okay? So do you feel that your student has any attendance issues here at Hillside? Does the school, do you feel like the school does a great job at notifying you if your child is absent from the school? Okay, you receive the voicemail message from the school, all right? Okay. So have you ever received a call from your student's or your child's teacher reporting that your child was absent or tardy for the day? Okay. And so if they have been, you said you submit a notice to the teacher. Okay. Very good. And so what are some ideas that you think that would help address the attendance issues here at Hillside? Because, you know, there has been times that a lot of students arrive late or there are tardy issues at the school. So we were hoping to solicit some ideas from our community stakeholders to find out what are some ways to resolve that issue. Can you think of anything else? Okay. Well, again, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to conduct the survey with you. I know you received it in the mail, but you also wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to you by phone just to kind of solicit some additional information that you may be able to share with me, and I'll share this with the team as well. All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a good one. All right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I want to talk a little bit about your new role as the records clerk or the registrar for Hillside High School. So, how long have you been in your position now?
This is my second year.
Your second year in the position. So, how do you feel? How does your job impact school attendance?
It impacts school attendance greatly because I register the new students who come in and also withdraw the students who leave out. So that has a big deal on the count, our head count. When the students come in, when new students come in from across the district or out of the district, they come through me and I have to make sure they have everything they need to come in, a transcript, a schedule, and also that we can get them registered in our system. Mr. Austin brings them in, and then we send them to the counselor to get a schedule, and then we make sure that they all have a folder and in place, and they have classes.
So with your job, I know it also impacts student services, how you interface with student services as well. Your guidance counselor, social worker, and those kinds of things. Do you feel like it's made a huge impact?
I think so, because I think we all work together. We work close together. We work close with I work close with the social worker, because when a student is withdrawn or when a student has dropped out, I let the social worker know so that they can do a little research on the student, and when the student has missed 10 consecutive days, we also let the social worker know so that they can look into why this kid has missed this many days. We work close together, and we all impact each other's job.
Right.
We all have an impact on each other's job.
Well, Ms. Austin, thank you so much for meeting with me this morning to talk a little bit about your new position. And I'm glad that you're doing well and you feel like it's being successful.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I enjoy my job.
Okay, and that's a plus.
I do. I was a little nervous at first, but
but you got it together.
It all worked out well.
Okay.
It all worked out well.
Very good. Well, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, Ms. Langston, what I want to do is thank you for sitting in for Dr. Logan. Currently, right now, he's with some parents discussing the issue, and so he felt it would be okay that I met with an AP on his team to talk about some of the attendance issues that you all currently have. But what I want to do is follow up with you on the meeting that we had this morning with the strategic team. We talked a little bit about their role and how it's important for them to communicate with one another between the records clerk, your attendance clerk, along with your data manager, make sure the information is inputted. They talked a little bit about they felt it would be great if we had a POC, and had mentioned to Dr. Logan a few weeks ago if it would be okay if myself and maybe Mr. Austin could put together an attendance POC for the staff. And some of the things that we want to talk to them about is the compulsory law of North Carolina, what those standards are, and you're familiar with that. Also discuss the current process on how attendance is currently addressed now in the school. Also look at some solutions on how we can improve communication between students, parents, and also to faculty. And then any other recommendations that the staff may have.
Well, currently we meet with students and we have an attendance contract, and it talks about how many days they currently have missed. We talk about why those days have been missed, and we go over the contract with them and have the students sign it, the parents sign it, and we sign it.
Okay.
And that's a contract, and they know that if they continue to miss certain days, then there will be consequences on their part. But also, I think that if we could incorporate some type of attendance policy in which the kids get incentives although it is their job as a student to come to school on a regular basis, sometimes some students need incentives to come to school because we don't know what situations they may have going on at home.
Right.
And so if we could provide some type of incentive for the students to come to school, I think that would help them out because then they would feel like they have something else to work toward.
Well, Ms. Lakes, I'm glad you said that because we're doing two things. Part of the survey, some of the survey results indicated that they felt that incentives should be incorporated, so that's a good thing. A lot of them felt that we should have iPads or give away laptops to students, and also we had several donations from our local restaurants that gave away free meals for 3 or 4 people. And so I met with one of the students this morning and I gave him a gift card from one of our local restaurants, letting him know that he's been coming to school on time for the past 4 to 6 weeks. So we're able to do that with maybe 25 students, and that information came from our school social worker. I know that I've been working along with the school social worker to try to implement truancy court. And so we have our first mass meeting with those students that have missed more than 10 days, along with their parents. We've invited them to come to the mass meeting, and Judge Brown, along with Principal Logan, will speak to the families about the importance of coming to school, and that it is, state law that you must come to school on time and be here, especially seek time, in order to receive instructional time like they're supposed to. Well, Ms. Laxton, thank you so much for meeting with me, giving us some ideas on what we can pitch to Dr. Logan, but also this was great feedback for our attendance project. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So, Mitch, I want to thank you for coming in to see me today. What we've decided to do is talk to those students that have improved greatly in their attendance. And so your school social worker shared that list with me. At one point in time, you had a lot of truancy and attendance issues. You had to go to truancy court. But since then, for the past 4 to 6 weeks, you've improved greatly. So can you talk to me a little bit about why you were truant in the very beginning?
Well, I mean, I'm working, I got to make money. I know I got to be to school on time, but, my family I'm in, we don't have a lot of money. My mom ain't working. I got 5 brothers and sisters, so I got to make my own way. So I want to get my diploma, but I gotta have clothes and I gotta have food, just like everybody else.
Right, I understand that. But see, since then now, that's what I was telling you a few minutes ago, is that you've improved since we've had truancy court. So tell me how you were able to start coming to school on time like you needed to for the past 4 to 6 weeks, because that's huge.
Well, I've been setting my alarm clock and just trying to get up a little earlier and just trying to be better, just do better overall, in life. And but like I said, it's still tough. 4 to 6 weeks, I'm glad I've been able to do it, but I'm still struggling to get in here.
Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that we go back and look at some ways of how we can help assist you. I don't know if you need bus passes or what have you, but what I want to do today was just really tell you thank you for coming to school. What our group has done is met with local restaurants, the owners here in Durham, and they've given us free passes, free gift cards for students who have improved in their attendance. And what I want to do is present you with a free gift card for you, your family, or your friends can go out and have a nice dinner on the district.
Oh,
So
thank
you
you.
said like that.
I appreciate it.
Well, we're glad. And if there's anything that we can do, and I want you to make sure that you stay in contact with your school social worker and your school counselor, because if you're still continuing to have some issues with getting to school or whatever the barriers are, then we need to be able to help address that situation for you, okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, Ms.
Bye.
All right.
So now I'd like to provide you with my final reflection of this project. It is evident working as a principal intern here at Hillside High School that research shows that there are 3 building blocks for school success, and that's attendance, attachment, and achievement. Students should want to come to school, and they're more likely to become engaged when there's a positive relationship with school personnel, there's a welcoming school climate exists, and school-based supports and resources are available. As the principal, part of my job is to serve the students and their families. Multiple providers from multiple agencies with different training and occupational and socialization would require that we cross boundaries in which professionals from different settings and with different occupational socializations come together. Thank you.